January 14, 2026. The California Attorney General has announced an official investigation. Target: Elon Musk's AI company XAI. Accusation: transforming photos of children and women into sexually explicit images without their consent. One image per minute, thousands per hour, tens of thousands per day. Real people, real children, and a real crisis. Elon Musk says, "I didn't know, but the evidence says otherwise." This isn't just a technology story. This is the dark side of AI and about the safety of our children. Hello, I'm E.Parker. From California, I continue to shed light on the darkest corners of technology. The news I'm going to share with you today is very disturbing. Elon Musk's AI, Grok, transformed photos of women and children into sexually explicit content. And now, the California Attorney General is putting a stop to it. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This story is very important and everyone needs to know it. First, let's understand Grok. Grok is an AI chatbot developed by Elon Musk's XAI company. Like ChatGPT, but according to Musk, more free, more unrestricted, Grok works integrated into the X platform, formerly Twitter. Premium subscribers can use Grok, and Grok has a feature, image generation. Users type text, and Grok creates an image based on that text. Sounds innocent, right? But the problem is, Grok has almost no security filters. And that means disaster. Towards the end of 2025, X users noticed something. Grok was fulfilling almost any image request, including pornography, including violence, and worst of all, including manipulating photos of real people. Some adult content creators started using Grok to sexualize their own images, a kind of marketing tactic. And this trend spread. People started using photos of others, celebrities, acquaintances, even complete strangers. And Grok fulfilled these requests without question. In December 2025, the scandal erupted. Users were uploading photos of famous women to Grok and requesting it to sexualize this, and Grok did. Photos of Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown were manipulated. Real photos are taken, clothes are changed, poses are adjusted, body features are altered. The result: a woman being turned into a sexual image without her consent. This wasn't just for Millie. Hundreds, thousands of women were targeted. And worst of all, some of them were children. An AI detection company called Copylex analyzed the X platform. The result was shocking. Approximately one image was being shared per minute. Bloomberg's 24-hour sample from January 5th to 6th was even more horrifying. 6,700 images per hour. That's more than 160,000 per day. This isn't just a mistake. This is a systemic disaster. And Elon Musk remained silent until this scandal broke. So what did Musk say? I didn't know. Really. January 14th, 2026, just hours before the California Attorney General's investigation. Elon Musk posted on X, "I am unaware of any nude underage images produced by Grok." Literally zero. A very specific statement. Nude, underage. Musk is only talking about child pornography. But what about bikini photos? What about sexualized but not completely nude images? Musk doesn't deny those. It's a very cunning strategy. Just deny the most serious accusation, ignore the others. Professor Michael Goodyear of New York Law School explains Musk's strategy. Musk focuses on CSAM because the penalties are harsher. SAM stands for child sexual abuse material. In America, those who distribute CSAM can receive a 3-year prison sentence for non-consensual adult sexual images. It's 2 years. Musk is denying the most serious accusation, downplaying the less serious ones. But Goodyear says the real issue is that Musk is blaming the users, and that's a very important point. Musk's post continues. Grok doesn't generate images spontaneously. It only does so upon user request. When asked to generate images, it refuses to produce anything illegal. Sometimes, unexpected things can happen as a result of adversarial hacking. In that case, we fix the error immediately. There are 3 main arguments here. 1, the problem is with the users. 2, Grok complies with the law. 3, sometimes technical errors occur. But how convincing are these arguments? Not at all. Because the reality is very different. First argument, users are to blame. Yes, users make these requests. But why does Grok fulfill these requests? ChatGPT refuses when such a request comes in. Dolly refuses. Midjourney refuses. But Grok? No, Grok fulfilled almost any request. This is a design choice. Musk and XAI intentionally made Grok free, so the security filters were minimal. The result? Disaster. It's easy to blame the users, but the real responsibility lies with XAI. Second argument, Grok complies with the law. Really? Grok produced sexualized images of children. This is illegal in many countries. There are CSAM laws in America. There are deepfake laws in California. Did Grok violate these laws? The California Attorney General thinks so. And that's why an investigation was launched. Musk says, we comply with the law, but the evidence shows the opposite. If they really did, this scandal would never have happened. Third argument, sometimes technical errors happen. This is the weakest argument. 1 image per minute. 6,700 images per hour. This isn't a bug. This is a systemic problem. CopyLake's VP April Cozen says, Grok is now taking some security measures. But the inconsistencies continue. So XAI is making some patches after the scandal broke, but the problems still exist. This contradicts the claim that we fix the bugs immediately. Musk's defense is very weak and unconvincing. On January 14, 2026, California Attorney General Rob Bonta made a big move. He released an official statement. We have launched an investigation against XAI. Grok produced non-consensual sexual content. And this material was used to harass people across the internet. Bonta was very clear. I demand that XAI take immediate action and prevent this from escalating further. This is not just a warning. This is an official investigation, and the consequences could be very serious. Bonta's office will investigate which laws XAI violated. So, which laws can California use? First, the Take It Down Act. This federal law was signed into law in 2025. It criminalizes the distribution of non-consensual sexual images, including deepfakes. And platforms are required to remove such content within 48 hours. Did XAI comply with this law? Apparently not. Second, California has its own deepfake laws. Governor Gavin Newsom signed laws targeting sexual deepfakes in 2024. These laws target both producers and platforms. Bonta's investigation will focus on several key questions. 1. Did XAI intentionally facilitate the production of non-consensual sexual content? 2. Did XAI take sufficient steps to remove this content? 3. Did XAI inform regulators? TechCrunch asked XAI these questions. XAI did not respond. This silence is very significant. If XAI was innocent, why aren't they responding? Why aren't they transparent? These questions will be at the heart of the investigation. California's move could set a very important precedent. If XAI is found guilty, it will send a message to other AI companies. Security filters are mandatory. Non-consensual content production will not be tolerated. But if XAI is cleared, then AI companies can operate more freely. This case is critical not just for XAI, but for the entire industry. Google, Meta open his case, because the results will shape the future of AI regulation. California is not alone. Countries worldwide are reacting to the Grok scandal. Indonesia and Malaysia have temporarily blocked access to Grok, a complete ban. These two countries said Grok poses a threat to public safety and shut down the platform. This is a very radical move. But the message is clear. Non-consensual sexual content will not be tolerated. India, however, has chosen a different approach. India has sent a formal request to XAI, immediately make technical and procedural changes to Grok. India is asking for corrections instead of a ban. The European Union has also taken action. The European Commission has sent a formal order to XAI. Keep all documents related to Grok until the end of 2026. This signals a new investigation. The EU can hold XAI accountable using the Online Safety Act and digital safety laws. In the United Kingdom, Ofcom, the online safety watchdog, has opened a formal investigation. Under the UK's Online Safety Act, XAI could face serious penalties. The world is uniting against Grok. So, why such a huge reaction? Because Grok isn't just an isolated incident. This is one of the worst examples of how AI can be misused. Non-consensual sexual content, especially content involving children, is an international crisis. And Grok has worsened that crisis. CopyLake CEO Elon Musk says, when AI systems manipulate images of real people without explicit consent, the impact can be immediate and deeply personal. This isn't just a technology issue, it's a human rights issue. And this scandal is part of a broader trend. OpenAI's Sora can produce manipulated videos. Meta's tools create deepfakes. Google's AIs create fake content. But most companies are investing in security filters. Grok, on the other hand, went in the opposite direction. Musk, under the guise of freedom, removed almost all filters. The result, disaster. Mindset and governance are now more necessary than ever, and Grok is the best proof of this. This Grok scandal isn't actually the first. Attorney General Bonta reminded us in his statement, Grok includes a spicy mode. Spicy mode, meaning spiced mode. What does that mean? A special mode for generating explicit sexual content. In August 2025, Grok introduced this feature. Users could activate spicy mode to generate pornographic images. Initially, the AI generation was designed for humans. But in October 2025, an update arrived. And this update made jailbreaking Grok very easy. The result? Hardcore porn and images containing graphic violence. Wired magazine published a report in October 2025. Grok generates far more graphic sexual images than the content shown on X, so Grok was even exceeding X's own content policies. This is very ironic. X bans certain content, but its own AI generates that banned content. Many users created extremely graphic pornography using Grok, and most of these were AI-generated humans. So, completely fictional characters. But still, it's very problematic ethically. Copylake's analysis shows that Grok still behaves inconsistently. Some requests are rejected, some are fulfilled. There are features that require a premium subscription. But there are still loopholes. Cozen says, Grok seems more permissive toward adult content creators, so Grok acts differently depending on whose request it is. This is very problematic. An AI should treat everyone equally. But Grok doesn't, and this shows that the system is still broken. How will this scandal shape the future of AI regulation? Professor Goodyear says, regulators, paying attention to freedom of speech protections, could mandate that AI developers take proactive measures. So, in the future, AI companies may be required to install security filters. This could become mandatory by law. Musk says freedom, but regulators say security, and the Grok scandal shows that security will win. Because freedom is less important than protecting children. California's investigation is just the beginning. If XAI is found guilty, other states could follow suit. New York, Texas, Florida, everyone could launch similar investigations. And at the federal level, Congress could pass new laws. The Take It Down Act is a good start, but it's not enough. Perhaps stricter regulations will be needed. Perhaps AI companies will have to obtain approval before producing content. Perhaps it will be mandatory to watermark all AI images. The Grok scandal will accelerate these discussions. And this is important not just for America, but for the world. Europe is very aggressive on AI. The EU's AI Act imposes serious obligations on AI companies. The Grok scandal proved that these laws are correct. Asian countries are also taking action. Indonesia, Malaysia, India, they are all trying to regulate AI. Grok created a global crisis, and a global solution is needed. International cooperation, transparency, accountability. All of these are essential. Otherwise, we will see more Grok scandals. The Grok scandal showed how dangerous AI can be. Elon Musk said freedom, but the result was the abuse of children. California Attorney General Rob Bonta said enough is enough and took action. The world is watching. This case will shape the future of AI, security or freedom, accountability or innovation. These aren't easy questions. But the Grok scandal taught us something. Safety always comes first. I am E.Parker from California, and I'll continue to bring you the facts. Subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. This story isn't over yet. Share your thoughts in the comments. Is Elon Musk guilty or a victim? Take care of yourselves and your children.